that long. What kills don't really matter on that one, do they?
Yeah. Of course it does, man.
Domination.
Yeah, it matters in domination. If you give them kills, you're giving them kill streaks, which makes it easier for them to capture flags.
Right.
But there's still the team deathmatch part of it. Oh, I fancy a bit of jungle.
Ooh, jungle.
Where's my lighter? Oh, there you go.
I'm going for a quick piss as everyone's happy with this lobby. I'm not playing this too difficult one. 2 seconds. 9, 10, or even You never smoked. Cool, no. You're in your mission. Here we go. How far are you join? How far are you join? You'd hit. Well, she, you'd actually do. But
Who's got an anti-air support class? You're the one who's going to be using it, man. If they get anything. Because the only reason I'm saying that is because... Well, oh, look at that. Everyone's on 4-bar. Fuck me, that's a first. Okay, what's up, everyone? You're probably a bit confused as to why I've decided to do post-commentary over this specific... well, not this specific video. Starting from this point onwards. The reason being is I'm going to just sort of explain it. There was a sort of altercation in this game between a few of us, and it got a bit heated, and it actually resulted in one of our players leaving because of this. And I personally didn't feel it'd be right in my eyes only. People might disagree with me, but I didn't feel it'd be right for me to allow the audio from everyone's perspective to kind of be in there, because it would kind of be a bit demoralising, and it would kind of probably piss a lot of people off. So I thought, out of just a matter of mutual respect for every single person involved in this game, I took the audio out. I've taken the audio out, and I've decided to do a post-commentary over it, because it'd be quite boring if you're just listening to, well, you're not even listening to anything, because I would have muted it all. So I decided to do a post-commentary on this, and, you know, just kind of give you a brief description as to what sort of happened. There was a sort of disagreement on anti-air support, and the problem is the fact that me and John have just prestige. We've got no form of anti-air support class. We've got a default one, which is a pile of wank shit. It can't do anything. You've got one opportunity to take stuff down, and you can't do it. You can't do it with the one. You need two, so you need to die, and it just basically causes inconvenience, especially if we're into a high traffic area and we need to control specific zones and specific areas to keep the enemy at bay, and it was proving very difficult. And we were trying to establish who the hell is going to be taking down air support, and we were wondering why people weren't taking down the air support. There wasn't a specific person, because personally, if the anti-air support is pissing you off that much, then yeah, okay, fine, you all should be taking it down. I took a hell of a lot of deaths, okay, and I'm going to admit that here, so I could be pretty much at fault for the reason as to why the enemy did gain air support. And I took a drastic measure into taking down the air support myself. I don't normally take down air support. The reason I don't take down air support is because I genuinely don't fucking need to, and the reason being is because the enemy don't often get kill streaks with me. This game is just a bad example of me proving that that's a complete load of bollocks, because they do get air support, and they continuously do get air support in this game. And like I said, it caused a lot of problems, and people were getting pretty pissed off. As you can see, you know, the attempts were being made to take down the air support, but it just wasn't quick enough. The reaction times were not quick enough, so it kind of made things very difficult. But like I said, there was a disagreement. There was a few things that were said which were kind of, you know, weren't exactly, you know, shouldn't have been said, and I don't want to put them on there. I don't want to have to relive or rehear what was said. I don't want to have to kind of go through that kind of shit. Okay, that's the whole reason for it. This game in particular, this game was very hard. There was a guy on the opposite team who was just a fucking arsehole, you know. He didn't care about the objective. As far as I can remember anyway, he didn't care about the objective, and it was just a waste of space. And you know, that's why I think you know, this is the big problem, is when you're playing it in as a group, when there's a huge party of you, you know, you've got to kind of take a certain lead role. And for me, you know, I try not to take the role of Slayer. It sounds really stupid. I can slay very well. I'm pretty good at a Slayer. I'm also quite good at capping. But the problem is getting the mix. Is when you can get someone who's really good at slaying and really good at capping, then you know, you kind of pissing into everything. And you know, I kind of felt that, hey, you know, these things happen. These things really do happen. But like I said, with the whole team thing, if you're really good at slaying and you're really good at doing certain things, then that's fine and dandy, no problem. But the one thing that you've got to understand is that people have to take specific roles. And I'm going to give a prime example here. My friend Stephen, okay, I love playing with him. Laugh Machines, his game attack, I love playing with Stephen. He is just one of these guys who just does not give a shit. Every single one of his classes, as far as I know, is what he's told me, he runs air support. He's got fucking Storellas, Laws, the lot. He don't care, and he'll take down everything if he has to. He doesn't give a shit. And he takes down every single form of air support, even the spy planes he takes down. He doesn't care. He doesn't want them having anything up. So, you know, props to him. And it's not that there's not many people like that. It's just very difficult because, you know, me and John didn't have. If I had the anti-air support, I would have done that, no problem. I would have taken it down. But the fact I didn't, I was kind of gimping myself. You know, that's why I was switching classes to try and, you know, kind of dissolve this problem, because it was starting to really get. If you could have heard it, if I was to let you hear it, you would just hear how pissed we really got. There was a lot of things that were said that kind of weren't exactly appropriate, but I made a decision to cut it out because it's just not fair. It's not nice, and I don't want to hear it again. You know, that's just that. At the time of me doing this, obviously, you know, I have gone further on, so, you know, I kind of know where I've got to. I'm not going to reveal who's winning or what have you, but I can reveal one little sort of sneak peek thing, that it's kind of, it's proven to be more challenging than it is. I had to take a rest from actually playing it, because it was starting to piss me off, and also the other main issue that I had with it was I couldn't. I literally exhausted my space on my hard drive, absolutely, on my memory, just wankered it completely, and I just, you know, yeah, I had to take a break from it. So I took a long break from it in the end, and I went to play Fallout New Vegas just to kind of chillax a bit and not piss about. But like I said, I wanted to kind of like really avoid allowing you guys to hear it. Like I said, there's no audio, so you can't hear anything other than, you know, my voice now, and I know that's quite disappointing, but unfortunately that is life. And it's, like I said, that there was moments in this game where I was like, you know, pretty good. And the other thing as well with this game, well, with this series, is that, you know, you guys are going to see potential montage clips, or you will see montage clips. So don't sit there and think that, or don't sit there and think that I ain't gonna like avoid a video just because there's a nice clip or something. No. You're gonna see everything first. The montage will come second, as always. As for the montage, I can state a definite release date because I've got a lot of things to do. With the montage, it still stands at the 1st of November. That is the date, and I'm not changing that date. I want to make sure that everything with the montage is perfect. Well, not perfect, but, you know, as perfect as can be, and that it is really nice, and that, you know, it's good. I'm not going to rush it, because the theory lies with my montages. I can actually theoretically bring it out within the next, like, you know, I can bring it forward a lot earlier, but I've just, you know, kind of chosen not to. This game is actually coming to an end. Like I said, we do win the game, and it's just, you know, it's just a shame really of what actually took place. But like I said, I didn't want you guys hearing what happened in the game. That was the end of it. And you know, the choice was made. I made the choice. You know, I haven't spoken to the guys about it, but this is my decision. I didn't want the audio coming in. I didn't want you guys hearing the altercation. But as you can see by the gameplay, hard game, hardly fought, and you know, we still won. Anyway, I'm going to take you back in, and you're going to from the next videos you will hear live commentary.
Fuck's sake, Kev.
It's fucking ridiculous, man.